Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom. And on my Blog Talk radio show Sunday, I said that I would do a video on the cards that were pulled. And I have, hold on just a second. Namaste, beloveds, again. I have misplaced the card, and I don't know if you can see it here. There we go. But it was the Four of Bowls, and I'm sure it'll turn up again. But I want to get into the prayer of it. To my mind as I am at rest, come, wonderful thoughts of things I shall like to create for others to show my love for them. In my mind, when I am at peace, Creator tells me of what it is I have to share. It is through my own talents and abilities, through my own use of these in time, that I create those gifts I imagined. Now I give form to the love I feel for another. Now I create my gift in a material way, expressing those intangible feelings that draw me to my people. And beloveds, for me, this is very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful in that I, first and foremost, am a loner pretty much. And the fact that I am now consciously aware of what unconditional love means. And I'm ready to bring that, materialize, manifest that into form in a tangible way in order to be with it, with its essence, in a physical and spiritual way as well. That's a big healing process that has culminated, that has taken place for me to be able to do that again, to be able to see, envision the sharing of unconditional love in not only relationships with others, but with myself. So that's a very deep step for me. And again, I don't have the card, but I want you to see this being holding this vase, this jug. That's the water bearer. You're behind it. You can see like a waterfall. There's a lot there. There's a lot that is natural, that is flowing once again. And with the jug or vase being there, I'm able to contain the form that is flowing, that is abundantly flowing. So let me go to the lesson of the card. And again, this is Four of Bowls, the materialization of love. Lesson: at this point in your relationship with someone, the Spirit moves you to bring your love into a form. This form could take many different shapes. It could simply be a gift you make and offer as a statement of your feelings. It could be a contract formalizing your relationship with one another. It could be a first touch, a deeper level of contact, a commitment. Whatever it is, it involves you a little more. You are manifesting, that is, making material in the outer world, some quality or experience within you. The Valentine is the simplest Western symbol of love. If it is made by your hands, it has been touched with your love. Touch only to express the love you feel, and remember the source. Your cup is always filled by the giver of love within. If another human being expresses love to you, that is a gift, simply extra frosting on the cake. Your love is not dependent on it. Your reward and refills are equal to the amount you allow your true being to express in all the other areas of your life. This allowing of your highest nature is what brings your love to its purest unconditionality. Love thyself, then give freely from this love. That's very powerful, beloveds. The next card came from the Stephen D. Farmer Messages from Your Animal Guides. And the card that came is the boar, or the pig, the wild pig, the boar. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Whatever difficulties you're experiencing now, whether with a relationship, career path, or some other concern, dig in, rummage around until you discover how to solve the problem. Then take immediate action to remedy it. Every time you confront adverse situations in this way, you'll be uprooting those elements in your life that appear to be obstacles to fulfilling your purpose. Life can sometimes be uncooperative with your rational mind's sense of order, and will at times even block your demands of how events and experiences should unfold. If you're living on earth, you're going to get your feet muddy sometimes, but it's no cause to panic, crisis, or drama. Instead, take a couple of deep breaths and view whatever problem you encounter as simply something that needs to be taken care of. This again is mothering the matters, and the matters of mothering matter. As the saying goes, there really are no problems, only creative possibilities. Once you've emerged victorious, which means that you've either conquered your problem or changed your thinking about how you initially perceived the situation, you'll experience a surge of power and confidence. Remember that your power originates from Source, expressed through you as you. When you've vanquished the illusion of this situation being a problem, you'll not only feel a greater sense of relief and freedom, but you also open the way for your heart, mind, and soul to be more in alignment with the will of Spirit. When you cooperate from that perspective, you can overcome anything. Associations of the boar: courage, hospitality, earthiness, self-reliance, protection, prosperity, organization, fairness, uprooting, cleanliness, determination, balance, security, and tenacity. And beloveds, I want to say something and bring it in, because it all has to do with this on a great deal. It is why the topic came up, okay, for me, and that was I had used one of my decks, which is the Spellcaster deck, and this deck was given to me as a gift by my niece Leilani, and I said that I don't use the deck a lot because of the way it was designed, and with the use of the word spellcaster, and it refers you to how to use the cards to cast spells. Okay, and I don't cast spells. That's not something that is in my lane, and I try to stay in my lane. And some beings, I guess, were offended or felt that I was calling them out because I don't use that medium or that way. And Spirit, and the reason I said that is because I started getting a lot of friend requests from people that cast spells. That's their business, their profession. They started inviting me to all these spell casting groups and this and this and that. And I just want to say that first of all, I'm not intimidated by spellcasters, or I don't really have it's not my preference. And I gave in my Blog Talk Radio show, liking gravy on my mashed potatoes, okay? I can like gravy on my mashed potatoes. That doesn't mean you have to like gravy on your mashed potatoes. That doesn't mean I can't like you because you don't like gravy on your mashed potatoes. That doesn't mean me and you need to have a quarrel, or you need to troll me because I don't like gravy or I like gravy on my mashed potatoes. That's very, 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 very childish. And if you bring that kind of energy around me, I'm going to ignore you and I'm going to block you out of unconditional love and out of respect for my own peace. Okay? Not because I'm being petty or I'm playing games, or I'm not into that. I'm not into that. And once upon a time, oh yeah, I would have bit the bait and we would have been going tit and tat. That's not where I am anymore. So, like I said, existence exists. I'm not telling you how to exist in your existence as existence. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying what I do not do. Okay, what my preference is. I'm just relating what I do, who I am. My realm. What is there and what is not there. What I use as a tool and what I don't use as a tool. Okay? Very simple. I'm not attacking anyone. I have no need. I have no need to attack, but I will defend the sovereignty of my own spirit to make its choices and its will known. Okay? And I do that with discernment, spiritual discernment. So I'm all good. But like I said, these individuals who want to come at me, so to speak, with these accounts, whether they're Facebook accounts, whether they're real or unreal, something you just made up to come and just try to annoy me. It's the time. We're living in the end times. I don't have time to play. I don't have time to join you in your reindeer games, in your trolling ways. I just don't. So, I'm just letting you know. You will be ignored or you will be blocked. And you can be offended by that if you choose to be. I'm staying in my lane. My lane is moving. My lane is ascending. My lane is expanding my spiritual conscious awareness. Okay? It's not being concerned with what somebody else's preference is, and if their preference is right or wrong, or if I get to judge them, or if I get to try to make them feel ashamed, or at blame, or less than. I have no need to do that. I have no need to participate in that. So, just letting you know, you're wasting your time. But if that's what you need to do in order to fulfill whatever is going on with you, knock yourself out. Okay? Now, let me get back to these other cards, beloveds. And one of the reason I'm addressing this as I'm addressing it is because of the Boar card. Uproot it. Uproot what you do not want in your garden, what you do not want seeded, what you do not want fertilizing, what is not nutritious for you. You uproot it immediately as soon as you identify it. You don't have no doubts, no qualms. Well, maybe we'll see. No. If it does not sit right with your instincts and spirit, uproot it, beloveds. Let it go. Cast it out. Don't play with it. Don't invite it. Don't hold sacred space for it. Confront it and root it out. That's that Boar energy. Okay? The next two cards came from The Journey of Love by Elena Fairchild. And the deck was shuffled, but the cards were right in front of right together. And they came 16 and 15. So I'm going to read them as they came. Card number 16, The Heart of the Moment. I really, during my Blog Talk Radio show, I wanted to show this card so bad. Look at this card, beloveds. Look at this card. Look at this card. There is so much there. There is so many levels there. There are so many spectrums and vibrations of energy there. There are so many beings there. And then you see this central being and you see it's a heart. And it's like it's just as a woman would open up her legs, she just presented her heart. And that's that redness, that's that passion, that's that blood. And that's just the beauty of this card. And like I said, this card I don't know, it speaks to me. It speaks to me in so many ways. It just speaks to me. This whole deck does. But this is also number 16. 1 and 6 is a 7. So 7 is a master mystery number. So understand that. And in your own time, Google Riding the Beast number 7 to see what it brings up. Also, if you're interested in it as a angel number, look and see what it says, what it reveals to you. And now I find the card. Okay, the one from the Medicine Woman deck. Remember I said about the vase? And the heart. Wow, okay. Sometimes Spirit wants you to look at things together. Okay? Understand the fluidity. Understand what you're capturing. Understand what you're gathering. Understand what you're holding sacred space for. You see this figure up here? Getting ready to drink from this cup, from this vessel. Oh, that's deep. Okay, let me get to reading what the card says. Loving, wait a minute, that's not it. Heart of the moment. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. Pay attention to the way these cards synchronize, are synchronistic, the messages within them, okay? It has been about what time we are in. Okay, both of these cards, all of these cards, confronting the time, being aware of the time. Here we're being told that the past and the future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? And that came up again with, like I said, feeling all the tension that was being projected at me because of what I said about spellcasters. And I'm not a spellcaster. And that's not what I do. That's not the lane I follow. That's not the blueprint I follow. That's not the way I engage with my own divination. It has nothing to do with if that's your wheelhouse, if that's the boat that floats for you. I'm not attacking you. This is a vast cosmic system. And we have to allow for the vast, unlimited mysteries that are existing and coexisting in a time period where past and future is colliding. And to keep nipping and being at war with each other, or looking for something, or trying to invoke shame or guilt or blame in another because they are different from you, or they don't view things the way you view them, means that you're stuck in stagnation. And you need to let that way of being go. Because it's holding you only to a certain limited vibration and spectrum of existence. So, out of love, all of this is flowing up in this moment. And I'm sharing it. Before I would have maybe kept it to myself and just did whatever. But now I feel that I have to say something about it. I feel I have to share because it's happening to so many people. There's so many people that because you disagree with them or you have another perspective, that they feel offended. They feel that you are attacking them because they are so used to being attacked. They are so used to having to operate out of a stance of defense that just because you say something that does not align with their viewpoint, they become offended. They become distracted. They want to be violent. They want to violate you. They want to demean you. They want you to feel shame and guilt. Because how dare you not agree with them and their way? How dare you say that that's not yours, or that's not your way, or the way that you prefer? This world is so full of copycats. This world is so full of cookie cutter clones. This world, we are taught, get in your box. apply this label, apply this brand. This is who you are and what you are, and you must stay on that square. No. I am an unlimited, vast being beyond the earth realm, beyond the universe, beyond the galaxy. I am a cosmic being, a cosmic spiritual being who is able to tap into the original ancient ways of being, of knowing, of seeing, of hearing. I am also quite capable of going past that into the future and bringing and being all in the present, all at the same moment. I understand why that kind of offends you. But baby, you have the same capabilities. All you need to do is let go of all of that persona, egoic, me, and understand that you are a microscopic organism in a macrocosmic world. Okay? And coexistence is the best existence. That's peace. That's being peaceful. That's allowing motion, chaos, everything else to go on outside of you. But because you know who you are grounded, you are rooted, you are still, you are planted, you are rock solid in your peace. And although you observe all of this, it does not move you out, away from your realizations, your truth, what you have begun to fall in love with, what you have committed yourself to knowing more of, what you have devoted yourself to. Heart of the moment. Number 16, also a 7. The age of 16 for me was a real heart of the moment experience in my life as I look back upon it and as I bring it forward into this moment. And as I understand the ripe fruit that is there for me now to harvest, to share. And I do so with love, with understanding. This is the way. This is the way I prefer to be. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in the moment to trust yourself? That's the biggest hurdle. That's the biggest obstacle, is trusting yourself, learning to trust yourself. Learning, first of all, who that self is that you're trusting. It's not the selfie self. Her? No, I don't trust her. She changes up too quickly. But that self that is the cosmic being that has no beginning and has no ending, that is not attached to feelings, thoughts, or outcomes, or this or that, or this, doubts and fears. That one, yes, I trust that one. I have faith in that one. I have faith in my oneness with that one. That is what I'm learning to do. That is what I'm learning to flow from. That is what I'm learning to be present with in the heart of the moment. No matter what that moment presents itself in or asks of me, I can be at peace. That's a choice. And that choice comes from trusting and putting faith in the creator, in the design, in the source. Even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a more long-term decision. Time is colliding. Understand what you're hearing, what is coming forth in this transmission. Okay? You're going to be we're being called forward to understand the cycle and the seasons that are at hand. What has been, what is now, and what will be is all on the table. It's all there. And you must be able to observe it. And you must be able to be in a centered place in your own heart so that you can trust your decisions going further on what you're going to magnetize to you, on what you're going to manifest, on what you're going to invest in. Okay? And understand, practicing makes perfect. So you're still going to make mistakes. You're still going to make the wrong choice. But as you make them, you are learning to hone, to perfect your spiritual instincts and your spiritual intuition. And the more you allow that to guide you rather than your physical, human, personal thoughts and feelings, the better things will be for you. The more higher spiritual frequencies and spectrums you draw to you, and thus are your resources to use in an unlimited way. This is time when you can alter your future, stepping into relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself, in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. Be that beacon, be that light, be that way shower. Be that way shower that, yeah, that was the way back in the day. And I would have hung in there with you back in the day. I would have been your ride or die back in the day. But this is a new time. This is a new era. And I don't get down like that no more. That has no interest for me. That doesn't satisfy or fulfill anything spiritual in me. And I'm much more devoted to my spiritual awareness, consciousness, than I am my personal physical. I'm learning to pay much more attention to my spiritual than my personal. And I'm still new at this. So there are times when that selfie self boy, she's going to have her way. And no matter mid-stride, mid-sentence, hold up, wait a minute. Back to the back, snatch you right on out of whatever you doing, saying, acting, whatever. And I'm woman enough to say, excuse me, I'm sorry, pardon me. I was out of bounds. I was, woo, on the ziggity boom. But let me refocus, readjust. And I'm here now, spiritually. Meaning I can hold spiritual space, anchoring, so that we can truly communicate intimately, heart to heart. This card is about heart, the moments of the heart. Sitting with that, your heart wide open, just boom, 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 beating. And being at peace with that. You're not worried about somebody coming in, breaking your heart, stealing your heart, hurting your heart. Boom. You in the moment. You trust your heart. You trust all those guardians, spirits around that heart, all the ancients, all the particles, all the cosmic beings, all the rays, all the frequencies, all the spectrums. You're never alone in the moment, any moment. Know that. Trust that. Ground yourself, root yourself in that. Find your peace in that. Let nothing move you out of that seat, out of your heart. Let nothing close your heart. Let nothing offend you. Let nothing shut you down. Let nothing overshadow you, overtake you. Let nothing put fear in you. You charge it head on. Head on. With your whole heart. Mean it. Watch the energy shift. Because that is the blood. That is the passion. That is the nature of that flow. That is the spiritual essence of you. That is what beats and pulses and vibrates. That is the animating force that circulates. Don't let it drive you, but you sit with it. And you know every drip, drop, every ounce of it. You be with it. The bitter, the sweet, all of it. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It is not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want to choose jealousy or fear or doubt, their game is not nearly as fun. Meaning, it's not nearly as satisfactory. Trolling, yeah, you get temporary satisfaction because you pissed somebody off, or you made them move out of their little spot, or whatever. You got a reaction from them, or they responded to you. How needy of you. Understand what that essence is. Understand what that is calling for. That is a child having a tantrum, wanting attention, seeking attention from you because you have upset its thoughts and feelings of its desires, of its sense of self. And it believes that it is the most important essence in existence, and everything else is secondary and must cater to it. That's not fun. If that's where you are, that's where you are. Whatever level of that you're in, start observing yourself. I started observing myself. I know when I start getting into that selfie self, that personality, that cult of personality, that Valerie Ames Middlebrook, that Sophia of Sheba, that blah 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 blue blue blue. Anything, everything instead of I am that I am. Formless, labelless, boxless, colorless. I am spectrum and frequency. The rest of this is lessons in the senses, in sensibility. And I have to master it spiritually. I cannot let it master me. The world that I exist in is strictly about the persona. Everything is simulated, materialized into matter of personhood to keep you rooted in that. So rooted in that you ignore your spiritual instincts and your spiritual insight, your spiritual revelations, your spiritual relationship with yourself, your true self that observes, that has never been hurt, that will never die, that was never born. It wants you to be so full of yourself, your selfie self, your idea of yourself, that you can't hold space or attention for the peace and the quiet of stillness. You become attached and addicted to the noise of trauma and drama and chaos and movement. You're attracted to the lights, the false lights, because you don't recognize true light is radiated from within outward. It's not outward coming in. When you understand that you can match the sun, baby, that's the heart of the moment. Be aware of the moments that you want to seize upon, beloveds, that you want to rest in, that you want to be reassured by, that you want to matter and materialize and manifest individually and collectively. Stay focused on it. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. Understand, you are going to be given choices where you are in the heart of the moment. So many doors are going to be presented to you. So many ways of expansion, of ascension, of division are there to test you and say, come on, welcome, welcome, welcome. What is your choice? What is your will? You sovereign, beautiful, spiritual being, you. What do you desire? What do you wish to observe? What do you wish to know? What do you wish to be? We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices, but at this time you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or a risk to be happy within yourself. No matter what is going on around you, your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in the knowing. Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our beings incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds all together, and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us in its presence to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. That's expanding your spiritual conscious awareness. That's expanding your heart capacity, your heart frequencies and spectrums, beloveds. There's so much in this card. Now let's move to the next card, because this is actually card number 15. This is the card before the heart of the moment card, but it came behind as it was chosen, okay? And so this card is the Mother Praise. Again, it's number 15, which is a 6. And I advise you to look that up. Number 6 in Riding the Beast. Number 6 in the numerology. Number 6 as an angel number. There's much revelation, spiritual revelations there. awaiting you. This card is so powerful to me, beloved. It just has its own pulse for me. Okay? It just vibrates differently with me. It just attunes, aligns, and just sends me. Okay? The mother prays. You are being watched over. Many beings are aware of your existence. They know that your heart and your soul are pure. And even when you may doubt it at times, because, after all, you are a divine being, masquerading as a decidedly fascinating mixture of light and darkness. Sometimes you may not feel so pure. That's okay. The mother prays for you, not because you are about to do something ridiculous and you might come to harm, but that you might not do something ridiculous and avoid living your full potential. The mother prays for you that you might not do something ridiculous. See, sometimes we have to do ridiculous things, say ridiculous things, get into ridiculous situations in order to expand our spiritual conscious awareness. So the mother is praying for you to live, for you to exist, for you to exert your wisdom, your discernment. Because if you just stay trapped and still and hiding, that's not living. And I've been there. I didn't want to come back out my cave. I'd been so hurt, bumped this world. I'm just ready to die. Just gonna take me. Spirit said, nah, we got plans for you. So sit there in your pissy pot, in your shitty shit, until you get tired of it. And then you'll know what to do. Because from that, wisdom arises. From your suffering, compassion for yourself should grow. Love for yourself will grow. Because we're going to keep speaking to you in a way that you're not going to be able to ignore it. And you're going to latch back on. Because you know who you are. No matter how much you want to deny it, you know you're a spiritual being. You know what your relationship is to the divine is. Regardless of how many times you failed yourself. Or you've run away. Or you've tried to hide. Or you've called yourself crazy. Or let this world convince you you're crazy. You know. And once that knowing, like I said, that's rooted. And once you get away from everything else and you start sitting with that knowing, that's the sunlight, baby. And there may be clouds and there may be rain and there may be lightning, but I guarantee you that sun is still shining. And when that sun goes down, the moon comes. So you're going to have phases and seasons and cycles of darkness and light. And then the sun rises again. The mother prays for you. In the seasons and cycles in the ways of the seasons and cycles. The mother prays for you. The mother prays for you not because you are about to do something ridiculous and you might come to harm, but that you might not do something ridiculous and avoid living your full potential. She wraps you in waves of love, light, and consciousness, that you may feel brave enough to live your life and not hold back from pursuing what is within your heart, or really letting it pursue you and giving in to its seduction. The mother prays. So fear not and just live your life. This oracle brings you guidance. Ask for help from the Divine Mother who loves you unconditionally. Ask each day. She wants to help you, and you have to ask for that help to empower her to do so. You have her great blessings. Beloveds, let me tell you something that we are not educated enough on, and that is initiation, activation, and unity being one. Working as a unit, working as one. Okay? We are taught to pray. We are not taught that by praying you are creating an opening, a doorway, a pathway for spirit to come in and activate and be one with you and to assist you. Without that prayer, it can't come in. It can't penetrate yourself without your permission, without your will, your willing it to be so. Please. You have to ask. A prayer is asking. Words are very powerful. Whether you speak them out loud or you let them reverberate, they have their own internal frequency and spectrum as well. You'd be amazed at how you think something and it appears around you, or someone that you're thinking about taps into that because it's so deep. We are not pitiful creatures. We are powerful beyond measure. We are nobody's victims other than our own personas and our personal thoughts and feelings. We need to pick ourselves up and mother everything that matters to us. And understand that all that matters is praying for us. That is created in the design. Okay? This oracle brings you guidance. Ask for help from the Divine Mother who loves you unconditionally. Ask each day. She wants to help you, and you have to ask for that help to empower her to do so. You have her great blessings. I love you. Holding your breath in my kiss, your heartbeat in my arms, driving home. I could see you sitting beside me, not with my eyes, but I knew you were there. Your beautiful legs crossed, your coat open and inviting. The soft scent of you brings a smile to my lips and to my heart, because I know you are still here. That's that card. Now, I want to get into snake-skirted woman came up again, beloveds. Okay? And I'm just going to get into it. Snake-skirted woman, healer, number 12. 1 and a 2 is a 3. She is the fearsome rattle doctor. She is the healer, the rememberer of your fate. And she is waiting for you. The rattlesnake people begin to shake their tails and make a curious, unsettling whir. Your heart pounds as the snake song rattles reach a menacing crescendo. Now you see her. This is no ordinary healer, but one who has learned the wisdom and power of the ages. Her skirt is made from snakes in a weave of life merging into death. 13 thongs attached to her skirt are encrusted with snails, representing the cosmic spiral upon which our galaxy is built. She wears a necklace of hearts and hands, reminding us to work to uphold cosmic order. With our hearts and our hands, we uphold cosmic order. Wear that as a necklace around you. Understand. She has the serpent power to strike at your problem with deadly accuracy. Only in her case, this power is used for healing instead of harming. You stand before her as she sizes you up and slowly down. Then she gives you her diagnosis. She tells you that because of your manner of living and your false beliefs, you have been poisoned. Her job, assisted by the rattlesnake people, is to cleanse you and free you of this poison. She begins by feeding your energy body with new power to heal physically, mentally, and spiritually. Her power glance yields the little lightning, the Shaktipat of the goddess. This spiritual energy, not yet recognized by science, is called by many names: Pe, Mana, Prana, Oregon, and a host of others. Snake-skirted woman carries this quality in abundance, and she has the ability to use it. Snake-skirted woman also represents blood. Remember, blood came up? Beloveds, blood came up, and blood is central to the heart of the matter. Blood is central to the mother who prays for you. Blood is central to the snake-skirted woman healer. Snake-skirted woman also represents blood, the oceanic essence flowing through all humanity. Since she is a midwife, the snake represents the umbilical cord. "13. Umbilical cords. Zodiacs. Her presence brings about quick changes and sudden potent realizations. She demands that you shed many skins in order to reacquaint you with your own deepest levels of healing. Her counsel is to look at the spiritual origin, design, and teachings that undergird your problems. She is the great repairer of broken humans. Understand why all of this is coming up, and I will try to put the link for the Blog Talk Radio show in the description of this. video so you have all the information. Snake-skirted woman may be in the cards in order to heal some family misunderstanding or other problem and to teach an important spiritual truth about your situation. If your question is about health, snake-skirted woman may be saying you should consult with alternative healers such as Ayurvedic, Chinese, or Native American practitioners. Perhaps you need some hands-on work. These work with the energy, the essence, spirit essence, beloveds, of cleansing and purifying from the spiritual perspective, from an energetic perspective, rather than from just a physical perspective. If you are suffering, she asks you to know that this is the pathway to healing. Suffering is body wisdom. Like I said, when I was just waiting to die and I had to sit with that suffering, that's when I learned how to love myself, truly. And what unconditional love is truly all about. And how to sit and be present with everything, with the peace, while the chaos is outside. Leave it outside, don't bring it in. Don't attach. Don't be led by the nose. Don't be baited and hooked into it, into the jealousy, into the feelings, into the phoniness, into the dream, into the shame, fame, blame, guilt game. Being pimps and hoes with your feelings and your thoughts and your personality. If you are suffering, she asks you to know that this is the pathway to healing. Suffering is body wisdom. Our pain often restores health. Rattlesnake, the venom is also the cure. Okay, the venom is also the antidote. What poisons you is also the antidote. Learn the lesson in that. Learn to flip the script of it. Okay? Learn that everything is connected. And that if it has made itself known to you through your eyesight, your physical eyesight, pay attention to it. Because the solution of whatever problem has presented itself is there. Okay? That is the spiritual nature of things. You have to look for it. Snake-skirted woman is painted white. She gives life, but she won't let you forget that life is maintained by death. Understand those two frequencies, life and death and rebirth, the three. Beloveds, I just lost someone very close to me in my recovery. She was key part to when I began recovering. And I lost contact with her. She was originally a friend of my daughter's. And they were really good friends, okay? And Laurel was such a vibrant person. A vibrant, outgoing, extroverted, just beautiful person. And she just died in a car accident. And she's only a couple years older than my daughter. My daughter is 43. I believe she was like maybe 46 or something like that. And her son is my grandson's best friend. So there's a lot coming forth in this, beloveds, for me to pay attention to. Snake-skirted woman is painted white. She gives life, but she won't let you forget that life is maintained by death. Disease in ancient times was thought of as a sentient being. Today we call these beings microorganisms. The patient and healer spoke to the disease as a living friend. Ill health was a supernatural summons. The patient was called to take action to regain his or her health. That means you have to participate in your healing. You spiritually, you have to be present. You have to allow. You have to call in. You have to pray for yourself. You have to allow that mother to come in. You have to call that for that healing. You have to activate it. Rattle Doctor Woman can help you alleviate pain on all levels. Let her. She can teach you to strike at your problem with enormous force and solve it. She is on good terms with the master animal spirit. She invokes her powerful animal helpers and puts them to work on your behalf. She demands these creatures use their healing powers to hunt down the causes of your infirmity. Snake-skirted woman restores you to balance and harmony, healing you. She blows plumes of tobacco smoke across your body. She restores your spiritual connection with your family and to all people. Her job completed, she embraces you and sends you away. Snake-skirted woman card asks you to observe and give yourself over to the rhythms of a truly healthy life. Find a proper diet for your personal needs. Eat natural and healthy foods and lay off sugar. Get some exercise every day. Make it a pleasure. Take a hike, a swim, or a ride on a biking trail. Snake-skirted woman may be saying to be careful of some unhealthy relationship or situation. She asks that you search your dreams for their most significant meaning. Lastly, pay attention to your inner as well as your outer needs. Find your heart and hands and use them together to find the spirit of spirits within your health or any other issue. This is the divine wisdom that furthers good fortune at all levels of your existence. And that is this card, beloveds. The next card. Oops. Interesting. Okay, what did I do with the next card? Okay. Put it in the book. Is the bees. The next card is the bees. There are 10 bees. The number here is 6. B is about apprenticeship. A white flower blooms in a magic garden. This lovely white flower is the heart of the feminine soul. B is associated with mystery schools and sovereign matriarchal communal groups. Again, we have all these cards are very much related, beloveds. We have the mother, we have this white light in the heart, this white flower. The lovely white flower is the heart of the human soul. B is associated with mystery schools and sovereign matriarchal communal groups. The diving bee is often symbolized by Venus. The diving bee. That has special renaissance. It just rings. It has its own frequency and spectrum thing that is doing when I read it. Okay? The diving bee is often symbolized by Venus because the virgin worker bees construct hexagrams with when building the honeycomb. The magic value of 6 has been linked to them. Bees work tirelessly for the good of all. They know their life path is for a noble purpose. Bee understands various innate properties of sacred geometry and uses the wisdom in remarkable ways. This great mathematizer uses sacred geometry in flight patterns and in the creation of the honeycomb. B is an inspired worker and symbolizes the search for spiritual sweetness. B seeks the fragrant flowers just as apprentices seek spiritual truth. Long ago, before a person became an apprentice to any spiritual system, she or he was taught to first hold counsel with the bees. We listen and learn their buzzing mantra. We listen to what they have to tell us about the apprentice path. It's if bees' counsel is yes, deep within you will awaken a sweet sound like the sound bee makes. It is a joyful sound, and our lips and our heart, mind, body, and soul smile. Bee is the shamaness of the flower. Bee does her singular task within a multiplicity of being. That is so powerful. That has been, excuse me. I have not eaten yet today. My body is letting me know that. Being the individual and the multiplicity, being the singular and the multiplicity, that is very powerful at this, because we are at the heart of the moment. That is speaking to us in a way that we need to pay attention to. Understanding the multiverses are coming together. Understanding the dimensions are coming together. Understanding the spiritual personality, the spiritual self, and the human persona, that which was created, that which is labeled, that which likes boxes, that which likes to be copycatted and accepted and seen and validated by others. We are being told to pay attention to this, and that wisdom is coming through from the bees. And the bee is also very maternal. That is a very matriarchal mother card praying for us, okay? Working on our behalf. And we have to value this matriarchal spiritual force, this aspect of divinity and our divinity, and understanding why and how it serves creation and what it holds. Okay? And understanding that it is the apprenticeship of being a mother. A good mother, a spiritual mother, a mother of unconditional love, teaching, sharing, giving unconditional love. The bee is a shamaness There we go with the healer again, from the snake-skirted woman, okay? Now we have the bee being a shaman, a medicine woman, okay? Bee does her singular task within a multiplicity of being, means although she's a bee, she has a multiplicity of being. She's multiple beings. She has multiple ways of influencing, of becoming, of being, of knowing. She has unlimited resources. She has a multiplicity. She's beyond this world, this galaxy, this universe. She's all things. B teaches cooperation with others and as an innate understanding of the good of the whole tribe. For this reason and others, bees embody the essence of the apprenticeship spirit. Just as an apprentice is seeking spiritual honey, the bee is gathering and sharing sweetness in a similar manner. This is what I mean about not having time to play in the petty reindeer games. No. The shaming, the jealousy, the offense, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy gathering the sweetness. I'm too busy learning what the sweetness is. The sweetness, baby, that's drawing me in, okay? I'm hooked on that kind of love. That is what I want. That is who I recognize as my people, my calling, my tribe, where I can be singular and be one all at the same time. That's that beehive mentality. That's that all for one and one for all. Just as apprentice is seeking spiritual honey, the bee is gathering and sharing sweetness in a similar manner. Bees know well the beauty way, the beauty trails. They seek the opened blossoms, caressed by the wind. That's poetic and beautiful and metaphoric, but it's also very spiritual, beloveds. Okay? The bees seek the open blossoms that have been caressed by the wind. Think about that when they're gathering their pollen and so forth and so on. Okay? They find the little ones open to the great sun. They explore the pink petals and find the life and breath gate. Bees are the great alchemists producing the quintessential essence of sweetness. They teach an esoteric rite of passage. And, beloveds, this is all that the pink yeti, okay, energy, essence, lesson that just came up for me. The pink petals, and find the life and breath gate. Bees are the great alchemists, producing the quintessential essence of sweetness. They teach an esoterical rite of passage. Spiritual teachings have been likened to beautiful flowers in a lush meadow. The flower of life, beloveds, is really speaking out and speaking to me right now. And understanding the honeycomb and the geometric shapes, the combination of the petals, flower petals. Spiritual teachings have been likened to beautiful flowers in a lush meadow. The bee follows her intuition, moving from flower to flower. So must the apprentice use her intuition in understanding the teachings. Not all flowers are sweet, however. Flowers of both good and evil bloom are all about the seeker. It takes vision, it takes character, it takes work to come to spiritual understanding. But above all, one must listen for the higher octave of sacred sound, just as a flower hears the buzzing bee hovering overhead. This buzzing sound and vibration heralds a total change in consciousness. It is the next step of our unfolding nature. Secret initiation ceremonies centered on the bee as a symbol. In the rites, unity and group mind were stressed. Bees teach us that other forms of communication exist simultaneously with our own. Here we go with this spellcaster thing again. See, things can exist simultaneously. Although that may not be my thing, that doesn't stop it from existing and being used by others. And being used in both a good and evil way. Okay? But I stay in my lane. I don't judge what someone else is doing. We are all here as apprentices of the Spirit. And we each have to find our way. And the beauty way is the bee way. Okay? That spiritual bee way. That single multiplicity. Okay? Not all are suited or connected or wired in that way spiritually. That's where diversity comes in. Okay? That's why knowing your own aspects, your own weaknesses, your own strengths, spiritual, matter. Bees teach us that other forms of communication exist simultaneously with our own. Bees know the rules of the geometric order of creation. They teach that within the seeker there is a conscious desire to walk an exemplary road to find spiritual wisdom. Our world is changing. Bees and butterflies skip over the bloom. Bee asks that you find the sweet attar of the mystic rose. Apprenticeship means seeking. Apprenticeship means spiritual training. It means learning the way. You must first find the spiritual teacher within. The true spiritual teacher will lift you with kindness and love, a love that burns through the universe. A love that burns through the universe. The apprenticeship of the bee is the open heart. It is the secret hidden in the flower of flowers. It is the good road to the good place, the place of the awakened self, free of ignorance. Bee card may be calling you to a spiritual site or gathering. Use sound and vibration in your meditation. Do you have a teacher for a friend or loved one, or a special knowledge to share? If so, share it. It is said that bee was born from the tears of the eagle son. The bee is the priest and priestess. Hence, bee is a teacher. The beehive is the symbol for our spiritual community. If bee has buzzed into your reading, listen to her. She is asking, where is spiritual sweetness? Where is the honeycomb? What are the spiritual flowers and where are they located in your field of being? Go now to the white flower and extract its abundant nectar. This is the way of the bee. And I've just been told to pull another card from this deck, beloveds, because something wants to come through. So, okay, something else. these two cards. This one was first. 41, knowing without knowing. Knowing without knowing. 41. Knowing without knowing. Sometimes the heart knows in a way that the concrete mind and memory cannot. We feel something that we cannot quite express. Perhaps others are quick to dismiss it as meaningless whimsy or irrationality, and yet that feeling beyond the mind's capacity to fully perceive is the ancient truth of your greater self, reaching through time and space to connect with you. Like a phone line extending from a more ancient place in the world, you can hear it crackle, perhaps not the clearest reception, yet you can also sense the love traveling along that telephone line. The things that you feel and that do not appear to make sense are the things to trust most now. You are being guided by a force far greater than your own mind. An ancient divine brilliance is reaching to you, communicating with you. You may not hear or understand it with clarity as yet, but you can feel it. Trust what you feel. This oracle speaks to you of the opening up of your higher mind, of the part of your intelligence that can dialogue directly with the forces of divine guidance and creation. These forces use symbols, abstract communications through dreams and visions, through impulses that circumvent your conscious mind and have words streaming out of your mouth or flowing through your mind that you have not created of your own violation. Someone speaks to you and you respond with words that you feel you are hearing for the first time as they pour out your mouth. Whose words are these? You wonder. It is your ancient self that speaks. Trust the strange and mysterious at this time. It is another way, an ancient way of wisdom that you are tapping into now. Enjoy this new sacred connection unfolding. This oracle is also confirmation that you have relationships around you now and continuing to come to you that are from times long past, karmic, connections that will take you further on your journey of love. I have been here before. Deja vu has been just all over the place, pinging like a alarm bell ringing. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Nostalgia, deja vu, deja vu. Time, past and future colliding. Here we have I see moth in this. I see butterfly. I see the letter M. I see V standing on two legs. Whew, my hand just seized up. I have been here before. Aromas open the doors. I walk through knowing. Baby. Those things that have your nose open. Spirit has my nose open right now. So, walking through doors. This was the other card that came through, beloveds, that had to be read right now, right now, right now. Okay. 56, Dance of the Planets. 5 and a 6 is an 11. Woo, my hand is just tight. That's 56. That is 11. That is a doorway. That is an opening. That is a portal. There are forces larger than your own personal destiny at work in your life right now, at your life now. Although they are not inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you are being blocked from, or on the other hand, rocketed towards the heavens on a roll that nothing can derail. Either way, the planets are dancing, as they will, and there is an effect upon your destiny. It was meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be gentle rest to recover. Before rising, again, and from restraint, there will be propulsion into greater stratospheres. All things in time, according to the wisdom of greater cycles. It is okay to trust in the cosmic cycles and divine timing. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if the bus doesn't depart until tomorrow? At what point is there to hold back if you are ready and set to go? Trust in the timing and rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of control. That is the dance of the planets happening through you. The planet Venus, the planet Jupiter have been doing their dance, okay? And the essence of them has been making itself known to me through some of the online friends and Facebook connections that I have. And I keep up with these dancing planets through these certain beings, even online with Tilly and Alchemy for You and Damascena. These three women, and there's more. I can never say their name, Jamoki. But like I said, and hair of just so much different astrology and astronomy. These are the dances of the planets. This is what, God asked Job. When Job wanted to put God in check, he asked him, where were you when I was designing the Mazzaroth? Okay, so to understand how important the astral movements of the planets are, the cycles and seasons, the effects and phases that they go through, is ancient wisdom. This is the ancient wisdom that is rising back up now. That is why you keep hearing me speak on these things or bring these things into the light. Okay? And the dance of the planets. I see a lot of male and female energy here. When you dance and you have that dancing partner, you are partnering that male and female energy up. So there is a uniting, and the spirals of it all, and the green up here. Okay, that's the heart chakra. And so it's all spinning and turning in upon itself again. That is the cosmic dance. Dance of the planets. It is meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be gentle rest to recover before rising again. That means, beloveds, your energy is going to be shifting. I have noticed it. I thought it was just seasonal with me because the sun is gone down more, but I find myself, there are periods during the day where I'm sleepy and I want to take a nap. This resting and rising, okay? And rising again, we're being told to honor what your body is telling you. So I will stop saying, okay, body, no, if I go take a nap now, I won't be able to sleep and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to get off of that side. I'm going to start listening, okay? I'm going to start listening and let it be what it needs to be, okay? Because this is direct communication. Things speak to us symbolically, abstract, in all kinds of ways. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if the bus doesn't depart until tomorrow? At what point is there to hold back if you are ready and set to go? Trust in the timing and rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of your control. That is the dance of the planets happening through you. Yes, everything seems out of control right now because this is unfamiliar territory. This is so and as things are occurring, I'm just going with the instincts. Okay, sit with it. What is that saying? Okay. Okay. Oh, well, 1 minute you want to go and the selfie self thing is that's pulling you all into the selfie self. And then the next minute it's like, well, no, because you're looking deeper within the selfie self and you're understanding more of the differences. You're understanding it more than just surface level. So keep doing this. Don't cut it off just because you're like, well, what is this? And so everything is like, okay, I'm going with it, okay. Which is really scary, okay? Especially to a Taurus who likes things stable and steady and at a snail's pace of observation and okay, that's safe. Okay. But this not knowing and just trust, Valerie, trust. Okay, I'm trusting my faith. I'm walking out on faith. I'm doing this on faith. Okay, this is growing my faith. Okay, I got it. Okay, gotcha. Dance with the spirit. Dance with the planets. Dance with the cosmic influences. Okay? Bring yourself out of your own personal sphere into the cosmic sphere of things. Let it lead. The oracle brings a message. Pray that the planetary forces funnel blessings of grace and unconditional love, mercy and joy to you now, that their movements through your life may happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. These are the times when big shifts are possible, supported by cosmic movements. So pray for grace and then enjoy the ride. In those days, time was ours. We walked in the rain and held each other's hands. Your lips warm against my skin, and your soul melting into mine. As night became morning, amongst the cobblestone walks of now forgotten places we called ours. Oh my goodness, beloveds. These cards, these cards, these cards. I hold this for all of us. I hold this ring so personally for me right now with some of the things that has been coming up in my spirit, rising within me, that I'm ready for a romantic relationship again. I'm ready to receive or take part in that kind of energy. Of course, very, very slowly. But the fact that I'm even have landed at this spot has a lot to do with the bees, has a lot to do with the cosmic order of things, has a lot to do with spiritual sweetness. And I know that deep inside, like I said, like the card said, the words that are going to start rushing forth, that is rushing forth. That is there. That is in my heart at the moment. And my heart is wide open. And so this is very powerful, beloveds. And like I said, looking at everything that is going on at this time, stepping back, looking at the things that are going on in the world globally, looking at things that are going on in America. I live in Wisconsin. Looking at things that are going on in Wisconsin. Looking at things that are going on personally in my life with my family and my friends. What I have been drawn to lately. The fact that I'm looking into bariatric surgery. There's so much, beloveds. So, the fact that it's December, that it is a time of holidays, and the mothering spirit is really coming forth. And if you are, I'm Christian. I don't label myself. Christian is one of the influences that I look into. Understanding the Mother Mary, the mother at this time, the mother of the Christ consciousness, that which brings that forth. Understanding the bee and the mother praying. The dance of the planets, meaning certain things are being let go of and other frequencies are being added. There is change happening. There's cosmic change happening. And that cosmic change has to do with the cosmic divine masculine and cosmic divine feminine energies. They are now getting ready to hold hands and dance again. They are no longer separate. They are able to be singular within the multiplicity of our spiritual conscious awareness. And that is what is going to expand our spiritual conscious awareness. It seeds it and it grows and nurtures. Knowing without knowing. Don't worry. Trust Spirit's got you. Let go. Branch out. Seek your oats. Seek to sow your oats. Go forth. Understand there's good and evil. Understand that you will discern. Understand that there are things that you will have to endure and suffer, because that is where you get your lesson from. Understand that the choices that you make will lead you and carry you through. And that's going to do it, beloveds. Namaste. This is Mother with Wisdom, Valerie Ames, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and you'll know when I do videos. They are spirit-led, so it's not done on a constant basis. I try to do my Sunday Blog Talk radio show on a constant basis. It may be a little ahead of time or behind the time, but I'll always let you know on my Facebook page on Sundays when that show is coming up or if there'll be a show. So thank you once again, beloveds, and namaste, blessings, and open yourself up to change, beloveds, and trust yourself in the flow of things, and trust that you are not alone, and that out of all of this, that which created you, that which held sacred space for you, that which holds you, prays for you. Okay? So, namaste, beloveds.